Okay, look at this. I got a basic spider here. I didn't change anything. This is straight from the box. I did 1,000 requests, which is what I actually asked for, so it stopped on that rather than a limit. 756 items, no errors, full logs, and it only took half an hour. I mean, that's just mind-blowing.
So coming up this morning, I have a really interesting call. It's with a guy called Ian from Zeit, and he is the Chief Product Officer over there. And they have a new Scrapey product that we're going to talk about. And the one thing that makes this particularly interesting is that it's AI backed. Definitely when AI came out originally and sort of hit the forefront with ChatGPT, I couldn't really see how we could use that as web scrapers and data extractors, because the problems that we had couldn't really be solved by that sort of a tool. The main problem I always thought about that was the fact that the LLMs are heavy on compute and heavy on compute cost. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get around that.
This video is sponsored by Zeit. They gave me access to their AI tool and asked me for my genuine feedback, as well as to share it with you guys. What I want to know is the motivation behind creating this tool.
Our motivation is that we think that web scraping is too slow. That really both the challenge of getting set up for new sites and what does that look like when there's multiple sites? It's set up for each and every one. There's the challenge of maintenance. And when we speak to engineering teams, they often say, we're under pressure, we've got to add 100 sites. We are maintaining the ones that we've already got. Adding 100 is difficult. And so our motivation is, how can we make this quicker?
Really interesting, because it's rather than trying to make it easier to scrape, it's trying to get you to a base where you can start the rest of your project quicker.
So what we've looked to do is produce a solution which has automation, where the automation does the routine. For the most common types of website like products, for the most common data points in a schema, we've got about 20. For the most common crawling strategies like whole site or category or search keywords, we can get you to data immediately, but then to give people control.
That's good to know that it's still going to be open source, or at least the spider part is, and you'll be able to actually take that and build upon it and then have your own sort of spider that you can put into their system, host, and then run. It kind of makes sense too.
Do you think that part of it, creating all that automation to take that big chunk of work out of the start, makes this different to other generic AI, I'm going to use that term loosely, web scraping solutions where people are like just asking ChatGPT as an example?
Because this is a more controlled use case, we've been able to develop models that are specific to this. And so we have a machine learning model for product type websites. We have another for articles, for jobs. And because they're much more focused, they're more accurate for that task, but they're also a lot cheaper. To be honest, the spider itself is relatively simple. So that's doing the crawling part, or the controlling of the crawling. And so that's then calling Zeit API, which is solving the bands, which is allowing people to retrieve the HTML in the format they want. Do they need it rendered or not? Do they need to do browser actions like scripting? It's the machine learning of the parsing, of turning the HTML into JSON. But it's controlled by a relatively simple Scrapey spider. And typically what we find is that if people want to make a modification, like add a filter to a crawl, it's a couple of lines of code. But it's also quite a nice way for people to get started, because they can start something where they can see code and they can see what it does. And so modifying that is very straightforward. Only scenario we find where this isn't a great solution is the very, very largest sites, where the cost of setup and maintenance is dwarfed by the volume of requests. In those scenarios, it's worth it to create a spider, because running static code will be the cheapest solution. In general, for anyone who is looking to set up sites where they're not yet in the billions of requests per month, it's merely up to tens of millions, we're finding it's a great solution.
Right, so I need to know, is this going to change the landscape forever, or is this going to make me redundant? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 hours, I'm going to build 2 spiders, and I'm going to compare myself to the AI.
Okay, so here's the results for the two spiders. Here's mine. I got 1,634 items and it took 1,250 seconds, which is about 20 minutes. I got a decent amount of data points. So on the left hand side here is the overview for the AI spider job. Now this one took about an hour. I thought this was interesting because this was much slower than the other sites that I did in my test. We did get all of the data points though that I was expecting to get, in fact more than I pulled, because I didn't want to pass all of that information. I would definitely check with Zeit as to why this one took an hour to run, slightly slower. We had no issues. It did it all there, and given the fact that mine took an hour to write, we are definitely in the positive here. So we just have a quick look at the items. You can see here's all the data points and all the items of which you can download and export in these formats if you want to. And there are full logs and stats as well. So the stats are going to be similar to the ones here. So you can see request counts, etc., etc. Everything that you could want to see from your spider comes back to you here. And here's the results from the other spider. I got about the same amount of items, 1547, and I think I got 1590 or 1566. Mine took about 37 minutes to run though, and this one was 26 minutes. And that's because the AI was deciding when to use browser rendering and when not, whereas I was forcing browser rendering all the time, which caused mine to be a bit slower. Plus it took me about an hour to write as well. So, you know, this is much quicker. Again, let's have a quick look at the stats over here, just so you can see everything, all the information here that you want to know about all your general spider stats, the logs as well, and the items here. Very similar to the item data that I pulled out. You can see I have it here with the skew. Slightly different format, but it's all here available. You can see all of the information, and again, you can download as you need here. All in all, very positive experience with this one.
Given how easy it was to create these, all I had to do was put in the URL and configure 2 or 3 settings and set it to run. The fact that it managed to get all of these data points out in such a short amount of time with very little setup, default out of the box, is very impressive. Now there's a lot to be said about getting to that point so you can actually build upon it if you need to, but in these cases I wouldn't have to, so the time saved would be huge, especially considering this was just over 2 use cases. If I had to do that tenfold, the amount of time I would save by using the AI spider is astronomical. So what are my thoughts about this, and has it changed how I feel about AI in this space? Well, I think the tool kind of speaks for itself. It's pretty incredible. The fact that you can go from nothing to data with just one URL that quickly is really impressive. The fact that it handles all the bands through the Zeit API as well, and it's just an extension of that. I think it makes it a really great package. I've used it quite a lot now over the last week or so since I recorded the rest of this video, and I've been very impressed. I think that it's important to know that tools like this are supposed to be supplementary to your work and not supposed to take over what you do. Whilst it does take out quite a lot of the knowledge, it does mean for me, I think, that I can provide a better service to my clients by being able to give them the data they need in much less time. And I think I'm just going to honestly adapt to it and work with it and build upon it myself, and then use it to enhance what the service is that I can deliver. How do I feel about AI in this space? Still mixed. One thing that I think is important is that this is a much smaller model. This isn't the large language models that we would associate with AI. This is a very different thing. It's a much more along the machine learning type of style here, where it's been fed data, specific data. It's been trained on lots of different specific sites to pull out information. And I think that is definitely the right place to be in when we're talking about this sort of thing, AI, ML in web scraping. Using it in conjunction with other tools to pull out the data that you need to save yourself a load of time passing out a load of data. If you want to try this tool for yourself, there'll be a link in the description, and there'll be a code as well for you to use to get you going, and hopefully you enjoy it and use it and like it as much as I did. So yeah, once again, thanks to Zeit for this opportunity, and thank you very much for all watching. Join the Discord, like, comment, subscribe. It all makes a lot of difference to me. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.